It's time to start another awesome week of our build on Night Thunder.
You're about to find out why this is the most important delivery I have received today. And I bet you a channel subscription that you're not going to be able to guess what we're going to do at the end. To recap our last episode, we had the bus originally parked over here on this empty side street. However, my landlord was not happy about it, so instead we got permission from our neighbor to actually park the bus on their land. We got all of the unneeded walls and bunks torn out from the back. We took stock of our supplies and sorted them in the back room. We got rid of the water-damaged wood and checked the metal behind it for rust, and made this beautiful trash pile that I need to go throw away.
All right, another day of building. So we got this all cleared out. Looks like there's a little bit of crappy insulation here that's gotten messed up from the water, but that shouldn't be too hard to fix. I'm gonna have to go and buy new panels to put on the wall here, but not the end of the world. It could have been a lot worse.
And while our bus is looking cool, right now it feels like this. But luckily, we have a 9-volt battery. Let me explain why that's so important.
I got a few things. One, finally got my 9-volt batteries for my wire tracer. So that is going to be my job today, is to trace and label the wires and get them down to the 12 and 24 volt fuse boxes down in the basement. And of course, as is customary, you got it. You can't have a 9-volt battery and not do that. So this is my wire tracer. So this is the receiver. Let's get a battery in here. And this is the transmitter. I'll throw the battery in here. All right, so what you do, you put it in tone mode. You're gonna hook up the red wire to whatever you're wanting to trace, and then this will follow the path, supposedly.
Now, there's an important reason we need this. If we go back a few days, sorry, too far back, moving forward, there we go. The last owner installed wiring through a lot of the Skoolie, including to the ceiling fan, which I'm kind of desperate to get working so I can get some fresh air flowing through here. However, a lot of it isn't labeled. It's behind ceiling panels, and hooking power up to random cables to see what lights up does not seem like the best idea.
Do me a favor, though. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything I would do. And definitely don't do anything I wouldn't do. There's a little gray area in there, and that's where you operate.
Alright, let's get back to the future.
So I've gone ahead and connected the transmitter to this red wire here. And now I take this and I can detect the path of that wire. Okay. So it runs straight down here. So it looks like it's detecting it through the wall. So let's go down into the lower bay and check it out. So there's a bunch of wires running down from the main floor into the basement here. But this one seems, not sure if you can hear it. This seems to be the one that runs to. So let's go ahead and hook it up to the DC fuse box and find out if we're right.
We did it! We actually did it!
Anakin, I have the high ground! You underestimate my power! Don't try it!
Alright, so now that we've got some air flowing through here, let's get to work. First of all, gotta clean up the bus a little bit. Then my friend Ethan is coming over. He is an absolutely amazing woodworker. He does all kinds of epoxy tables and stuff. I'll tell you more about him after. But he's going to come over and I'm going to show him my plans for the bus. Yeah, it's called a gimbal.
I should totally get one for my garage. For my wood stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's got awesome like time-lapse features. And look, see, like, so as I move around, it'll follow.
Yeah, you gotta send me a link or something.
For sure. So today I'm planning the kitchen. So what I'm thinking is making it a U shape. So cabinet right here, possibly with a fold down. so that if we need more space in the main area, we can fold it down. If we need more counter space, we can flip it back up. And then counter all the way across, and then a diagonal one because I want the sink here in the corner with a flower pot behind it.
Okay.
And then just a small amount and fridge here. Although I may do like a short one that's about this big and comes open, in which case I would just add more countertop on top of it.
I'll be honest with you, I've never done anything like this, so I have absolutely no knowledge of it. I'm
Yeah.
like you. I know woodworking and I got tools for it, but we'd be learning together.
It'd be fun. And then, so right here, I'm thinking I'm going to do like a bar. And I actually have legs for a sit-stand desk with a 300-pound weight capacity. And the top is removable. So what I might do is actually rotate the legs so that they're against the wall, so the bar is actually sit-stand.
Okay.
So that if Ava wants to do an art project, she can have it way down if we're eating a meal or whatever. And then I'll have two stools, like wobble stools, that are height adjustable. It's honestly like, it's a decent amount of space.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 300 square feet. So, I mean, in Salt Lake, there was a 350 square foot studio apartment that just sold for $375,000.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
And that's about as much space as this has. And this whole bus, like the cost of the bus and all the materials, solar panels, everything should cost under $10K. Okay, so that was my friend Ethan. He makes the most amazing tables and bookshelves and all kinds of things with these epoxy rivers running through them. Sells them for a pretty penny. So he is super awesome. I'll put his page or link or something for him down below so you guys can check him out.
Well guys, just when I thought things were a lot better, those pesky landlords of mine have been at it again. So, there's a nice old lady who lives on this property who gave me permission to park my bus here. My landlords called her on the phone and actually harassed her until she agreed to not let my bus be parked here because they didn't want to see it out their window. So, I've got to move it, like, now. This is both a curse and a blessing in disguise, because I have a friend who has an apartment available that's bigger than the one I currently live in, cheaper, and he'll let me stay there until the bus is done. The best part? My current landlord is so unhappy with the bus that he's actually willing to pay me my entire deposit back in cash, along with prorated rent for this month, which I can get over to my new landlord, because like he and his wife said, a school bus is just not appropriate in a neighborhood like this. Now, here's the tricky part. I'm going to be out of state, starting in 2 days, for the next 2 weeks. Which means, in 2 days, I have to have everything I own packed and the apartment cleared out if I want to have this done in time. The good news? I kind of own a bus. So, here's actually the plan. I'm going to get everything packed, and then I'm going to park the bus at the new place. I got permission from the landlord to park it there, and that means on top of moving somewhere cheaper, I don't have to pay rent while I'm out of town. Which is exactly the reason I got a school bus in the first place.
Ready for the snap?
So, let's do this. It's been 2 days of really hard work, but I'm just so happy to finally have this situation behind me.
You guys ready? Here we go. This is full. Heading out. Saying goodbye to that view for the last time. Here we go. New adventure.
The plan is to meet up with the new landlord. He's going to give me the key so I can at least put my mattress inside and sleep there tonight with the bus parked behind it. And in the morning, I'll get an Uber to the airport so I can head out on my vacation.
My landlord fell asleep before I got there, so I ran to Taco Bell and somehow made it through that turn over there. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. But I did not risk going through the drive-thru because that turn is too sharp. So I'm gonna head back to the new place and I guess just sleep in the bus. I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna be doing that a few thousand times. So might as well get started now. All right, this is as far back as this goes. There's no room to put my bed down, so here we go. First night in the bus. It's, glamorous.
Okay, change of plans. The bus was not comfortable at all, so I took my mattress and brought it outside, and I just have it sitting in front of the bus. Oh, I should turn off the flashlight so I don't attract bugs. So this is my beautiful bed for the night, here under the stars. Or at least the clouds. Okay, so Tim's life hack number 1. Bugs are really annoying when you're trying to sleep. So I decided to take my mattress and try putting it back in the bus, and I failed miserably. So then I just took all the blankets I could find and just kind of threw them into a pile to make a makeshift bed. But at least I got to see this beautiful sunrise. So, I'm in my new place. Now, at the beginning of the episode when we made our bet, if your guess was that at the end of this episode I'd be sleeping on a mattress outside before heading on a vacation to multiple different states, including a Spartan race, you win and I will subscribe to your channel. Otherwise, you owe me one. But, as a participation prize, if you stick to the very end, I actually have a special preview of my next adventure. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. Now, obviously the next video is not going to be a bus build. I'm actually going to have 3 different types of videos on this channel. One is obviously going to be bus builds. The next is going to be adventure videos. And finally, I'm going to have how-to videos that are going to be more tips and tutorials on how to build a school bus. So if you're only interested in bus videos, that is totally fine. Do me a favor, go ahead and actually leave a comment in the description saying either bus build or how-to. And once the next video of that type is out, I will go ahead and reply to every single one of you personally to let you know. Now, one last time, thank you. Seriously, thank you for being a part of Night Thunder Adventures. I love you guys all, and I'll see you next week. And now, as promised, here's your preview.
And we skip to the good part.
You've arrived at your destination.